The Love This Life podcast with LOCASH JR. Here's the boys.
What's up, y'all? Second episode of the podcast.
We're back on Chris's
We are back.
couch.
All right, everybody, here we go. Let's wait. JR gets comfortable, and there
good.
he is. You
Feels
good?
good.
You feel good? Hey,
that down
you guys, do you remember the time that we recorded a podcast, but it wasn't recorded?
Yeah, it was about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yes? When we really had some flying stuff that I wish you guys would have heard. Wish you would have. But we are going to throw it to now, the guy that messed it up, JR.
Yes. I messed it up, but guess what? Our special guest decided he was going to stick around.
Okay, good.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Should I be surprised again at our special guest?
Yes.
Because you can still
I
be
feel like
surprised
you
on what
should.
he's about to say to us, because this is going to be
No, I'm going to be surprised.
He's a friend. He's a friend, and I'll tell you this: he's not famous at all, so you don't know him. You might know Schrock cabinetry, because he's Amish. So he was Amish. His dad is the one that broke up the Amish thing. His grandfather, we
What do
met
you
him.
mean
They
broke
come
up
to
the Amish thing?
yeah, man. It's like a civil war.
What?
Let this man.
I
tell
don't know,
his
but
own
we're gonna bring him
story.
in. This is our good friend Harley Schrock. Harley, come on in here, Harley. Here he is. Here he is.
The real Amish wear Oakley.
Come on in.
Yes.
For real.
And racist shoes.
Everything easy.
Here we go.
Those are not
This is a
handmade.
microphone, right?
That's it. Yeah, that's micro. You agreed to do this. Why? Because
I didn't know about it.
but none of your family's going to see this, obviously. Right?
Oh, yeah, and there's no chance.
Are you already an outcast?
No, because I didn't join the Amish church.
Hey, you got to talk into the microphone. That's called a microphone. All right, and that's a camera. That's an LED light. And this is a jukebox.
And
I've
they're
seen
all-
those in the Waffle House before.
Okay, good.
So I want to know about the Amish, like as far as like electricity. Are there different levels of Amishhood?
So Amish, no electricity. And then there are different levels of Amishhood, as you'd call it, based upon each church.
Amishness.
Amishness? I like that.
Yeah.
So like some church districts allow bicycles with chains, and some don't allow bicycles at all because they think it's too advanced. That's how strict they can be.
Wow, even though it has no motor.
No motor.
So does somebody push you on the bike, or what do you run it like
No
Flintstones?
bike, you gotta
No, you either have a bike
It's like
with
Flintstone
a chain
stuff.
Or you,
Yeah, exactly.
So, like Sweet 16, instead of getting a car, are you getting a bike with pedals? And you're like, dude, this guy's balling out.
A lot of times, yeah, it's a bike or maybe a new buggy or a horse.
Can you have pegs?
I don't.
Remember pegs?
Yeah, I
If
love
it holds
pegs.
your lunchbox because you're going to work, that's the only reason to be pegs
Well,
on the
you-
back.
So
get
Do you
what,
have
girl
miniature
ride?
ponies for when like little kids on the Amish wagons?
Yeah, like at 3 years old, I remember running around the yard with a miniature pony. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, like crazy. At 3 years old.
You're running around with miniature
you
ponies.
remember being 3 years old?
I remember. I've seen pictures.
That's kind of strange. in
What was your
itself.
hair? What was your hair like?
You've seen pictures.
Did they grow it?
Wait,
My
Way to tick.
wait.
At 3
You've
years
seen
old, did you
pictures
have
of
the
you-
porn
wait,
stash
wait,
that you
wait,
have
wait.
now?
Hold on.
I'm messing with the wife, and I was
Hold
like, I'm
on.
gonna do this, and
Chris,
then
did you miss
Chris
that?
called.
He's
Hold on,
seen
Chris missed
pictures.
it. Chris missed it.
Let's talk about how
You've
the
seen
pictures came about.
pictures of you
How
at
have you
3,
seen pictures?
But how are you seeing pictures if you guys don't believe in capturing photos?
So my
Amishness?
grandparents.
Wait, you guys are vampires too?
My grandparents, no photography, no pictures at all. My dad left the Amish during Rumspringa. So
Wait, what'd you say?
I heard. Is this true?
We're not
I
going to
heard
talk.
that-
We're not going to talk about Rumstriker yet. We're not
I
going to talk
heard
about
that
it.
in
You hate that word.
That's it. We're not going to take it
struggle
yet.
with that word.
I like Rumshaker a
Go
lot
into the
better.
photos real quick.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone told me one time, this could be miscommunication, misinformation.
It happens a lot.
I'm just wondering, someone said that the Amish don't believe in pictures because it captures a moment of your soul that you'll
Correct.
never get back.
I heard that.
I've
Is
heard
this
that.
true?
I've heard that as well. I think it's the technology side of things more than anything. But yeah,
I can
I've heard
actually get with that thinking. I mean, I see what they're thinking.
I just want to apologize now
It's
because there's
not-
pictures all around you of us. Our souls are everywhere.
All right. So,
Okay.
you've seen pictures
Take
of
it back.
yourself on a pony.
in a like a 2-wheel cart, like with a pony leading the way. Yeah,
It's like,
Wow.
yeah, that's amazing.
I think at 4 years old I was mowing the yard, like barefoot mowing the yard.
Yeah.
What were you telling me about these buggies, though? How crazy expensive they are.
I was talking to my uncle the other day, and my cousin.
Who's still Amish?
Well, by the
Still
way,
Amish.
let's
Okay.
say what Harley does now. Harley runs a very successful car dealership.
Yes.
So we obviously
Really good at it.
Very, very good at it. Very talented.
Thank you.
Now, this is what's kind of funny that ties into some of your roots.
Yeah, so I was talking to my uncle the other day. He was down visiting Sarasota, Florida, and we were talking, and he says, Marcus, my cousin, got a new buggy. And I'm like, oh, what's a buggy cost? $16,000 is what he told me it cost.
How many seats?
Is there a brand?
Oh, that's what, it's a 4-seater, or it's a 4-door 6-seater.
Oh, so it's
Wow.
like
Station wagon.
yeah, this is a big buggy.
Yeah, he's got kids now, and he's like, I need to trade in the 2-door
Are
buggy.
there seatbelts in it?
No.
I mean, how safe is that?
I've been in a buggy
What the
accident.
hell?
I've been in a buggy accident.
This is like
course
this
you
is
have.
like a third row,
Yeah. Exactly. This is a Yukon.
This is a big deal.
What do
I
they
see what you did
call?
there.
Like, so there's Ford, and then there's what is this? What is it called?
Wood? I mean,
What's the name of a fan? Is Yoder? Is that a
that's
Amish?
that's a big Amish name, yeah.
So we'll just call it Yoder Motors. Let's
Oh,
go
that's
right-
huge.
Ooh,
Let's go.
I
This
like
podcast
it.
is brought to you by Yoder Motors.
And if
Yoder
there isn't a
Motor.
Yoder Motors, we're starting it right now.
They didn't give us any money,
you're
but
gonna
they
run. Probably a pretty good
did
idea.
put the floors in my house, and
Yeah. Top of the line. Top of the line. How many horsepower are we talking?
We got 1 horse, baby.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, we got
That's
one.
right. I love it.
I'm gonna say that was funny the first time and the second
I
time.
appreciate it. I'm gonna
And
do
I
it
like
again
that.
later. Later, I'll do it again.
So we started talking. What was it, a couple weeks ago, Jr. We were talking about different things like an Amish calendar for because we heard he came up with this rump shaker
Wait,
thing.
wait, wait. What's
No,
an
no,
Amish calendar?
No, we want to like.
Well, okay, go ahead. Tell us. What
Yeah, we'll get back into the Amish calendar, which we'll start selling
Rumspringa.
probably at the end of the 5th episode.
Rumspringa.
Springer.
Rumspringa.
Rumspringa. He's saying room.
Is it room or rum?
How they say it is Rumspringa.
Rumspringa.
There's something going on with you.
Rumspringa.
Rumspringa.
I feel like
Put it
you
right
got-
here at the bottom.
Room.
Eric,
feel
can
like
do
you
that?
have
Can you
a
put that at
lisp.
the bottom right here? Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Rumspringa.
Yeah. Google that. Let's see
That's
what comes
dude.
up.
You could be Amish.
Trust
Look
me.
at that
How do you-
hair. He
how do you think I
definitely
got
could.
here?
Room-
Get him a bowl. We got a
Room, like room,
bowl.
as in I'm in a room. Room
A
Springer.
bowl for what?
That's how they get their hair.
I did it.
They cut him on with a bowl?
Yeah, we get him a bowl. He'll be Amish.
Legit. I mean, I've always heard of a bowl
Did
cut,
you not
but
do it? I did
this
bowl
is
cuts
real?
when I was in the 90s.
Okay, so what is Rumspringa?
Yeah, bowl cuts.
Rumspringa is that at 16 is that run around deciding time of what you're gonna do. Like, are you gonna stay Amish or are you going
It's
to
a coming
leave?
of age.
What year? What year?
16.
16.
When you're 16 years old.
Okay.
So 16 to 18 is very like timid, right? Timid Rumspringa. At 18, if you're still in Rumspringa and you haven't joined the church, gets
You could
crazy.
still do that and come
Okay,
back.
so
Yeah,
crazy
Rumspringa.
though. What are we talking crazy?
Yeah, explain.
JR.
Because
I-
I mean, you go from and,
Now, get
and I'm
graphic,
not, and
just
I'm
tell
not
us.
sliding
Yeah, I
you.
want graphics.
I'm
I
not
want.
sliding you at all.
I'm
You
go-
go from building barns, working all the time. What's crazy?
Bonfire in the middle of a field.
Okay, that happens all the time.
Girls in the back of beds of the truck, not in the back seat.
Sounds like a Morgan Wallen video so far.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, keep going.
Absolutely
That's just
getting
Rumspringa.
railed by
Wow.
some random.
What?
Wait, hold on. I heard
This
that
is-
too. Wait, say that
What?
one more time.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think I've heard the word railed in years.
Jeez.
I mean,
You know,
Usually there's
As I say railed,
minimum for that.
as I say railed, my wife walked by. Hey, baby. we looking to do some
you said
railing
get
tonight?
graphic.
No,
You
we
said-
don't hear it. So you saw somebody get
multiple times.
these chicks go wild, and they're just saying, and I
They're
should say
exploring.
the guy is going wild.
Exploring is
obviously,
what you
too.
like to call it.
this
gonna
is
call it
like
exploring.
Amish porn.
I mean, yeah.
Is it out there?
But
No,
but it's
I don't
genius.
know.
Is there a
'cause
such
nobody-
thing as
I've
Amish
never-
porn?
I've never looked that up.
No one can film it.
Afraid of what
There's
I'd
no
find.
there's no social media.
Well,
No one's
we're going
telling
to
on
talk what
anybody
you
no
else.
one's
find.
telling on anybody else because they weren't there.
Because yeah,
They
if
weren't
you're
there.
there. You're there.
This
I-
is where this. I didn't have a phone like back then.
Hey, Amish man, talking to your microphone. Listen,
I mean,
we had this idea down during this Rumspringa purge
it's a purge.
to play.
Hold on. How many do you think go back to the Amish?
All right, so
That's
all right,
a good-
all right,
that's a great question. That is a great
100
question.
people. Let's say there's 100 16 to 18-year-olds, 16 to 20-year-olds.
How many people were at this party?
Has there ever been a?
200.
200.
There's a lot of people.
Okay,
But for
But
easy,
these parties happen like every other weekend.
that's more than any of our shows we have. So we're good. Right?
but easy math though. If there's 100 kids there adults, whatever.
Yeah.
100.
How many people are going back?
85%.
Leave or go back?
Go back to the Amish
But after they bang,
after they've done it all.
they got over
go
it.
back and they're like,
alcohol,
it wasn't that good.
Do
Some
they
some get crazier than others. There's
Do
some
they
that
run
just-
into each other like at the little general store and they're like, we had sex?
Yeah, Ezekiel,
At-
tip of the cap to you.
Do any of
Are
them?
you just like, is there like a wink of an eye, like the old Rumspringa wink?
I believe that has, I'm sure.
There's got to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But do you
You
think
never
that's
talk
because-
about it again.
Do you think that's because they're like, well, we got it out of our system? I mean,
Yeah, I think so.
But what if they put something in the system by
well,
accident?
there's the other 15%.
Right. So if they get
I
pregnant
would
or
think
These
it'd
are
be
like
more. I would've thought
Rumspringa
it'd be more.
swingers.
right,
But
because they're not
almost-
using condoms at this point,
I
right?
don't
Do they
know.
believe in
I didn't
condoms?
get that close.
You know, but you said
Wait,
I
that's a
didn't get
good
that
question.
close.
Do they believe in rubbers?
I don't think they. No, I don't.
No
know.
birth control,
They don't know, guys. Like they didn't have sex ed.
or maybe a different
about
form.
this. They
Well, there
didn't-
might be a different form of birth control we don't even know, like a corn husk or something. Like,
Or pulling
I'm
out.
back here husking, boys.
I mean,
Hey, can I borrow a husk? I might get lucky.
Can you loan me a
I
husk?
mean,
Hey, you got that cotton swab? I'm about to get lucky.
I mean, the good thing is they're probably disease free because they haven't done anything.
Well, now hold on a minute.
No, it's true.
There could be some specific like Amish diseases we don't even know about, sexually transmitted in the hills,
Well, yeah, if you're using a
In-
corn husk,
in
of
the
course there's
bonfire.
something going on.
in the bonfires.
We have ruined a community.
No,
here.
no,
This
I think it's-
conversation.
I
Yeah, I
think this is
didn't
a
know this was
fantastic
good.
thing. Now, the next question is: you talk about room stringers.
We're talking about a bunch of
Rumspringa.
Amish
Can you put
porn.
it at the
Yeah.
bottom somewhere?
I know, but
Eric, can we put room
have
for
you been a part of any of it?
What do you mean?
Were you ever at a
Yeah,
Rumspringa?
he said he
Well,
did.
so Rumspringa starts. It's a time of deciding time. So 16.
Is that when you decided to leave
my dad did?
during room?
Rumspringa. Yeah.
Your dad
He-
went there.
Already
My
gone
dad
over.
was Amish.
Yeah.
100%. My aunts, uncles, cousins still Amish.
Yeah.
My dad met my mom during Rumspringa.
Hold
At
on
the
a
Dairy
second.
Queen.
Wait a second.
Uh-oh.
Did your dad bang your mom at the Rumspringa?
So the I hope not.
Did she get
right?
Rumspringa?
Let's not go
Is
there.
your mom a rum shaker?
Did your dad Dairy Queen your mama?
Did he?
If you know
Obviously,
what I
he
mean.
didn't use a
See-
corn husk.
Oh,
Did he-
no.
Unbelievable.
I got invited to this. Oh.
I mean, this is real
So you
talk.
don't know if
Have
you
you
were
asked
deceived
them?
there or not, but
Yeah.
it's a possibility.
No, they don't really. You don't really talk about stuff like that.
Are they
Okay,
having
but-
sex in the back of buggies? And
At the parties, at the Amish
Dude,
parties,
you kidding me?
absolutely.
Yeah, but did your dad and
are the
mom have
horses
sex
like
in the back
standing
of the
around just
buggy?
watching?
Oh, no.
I mean,
Well, if you're in the buggy, they're behind you. You're behind them.
What's that?
If you're in the buggy, you're behind them.
okay.
You're behind the horse.
Yeah, but you said they were
So
all
you
like,
could be like fucking
circled up,
while the horse
like
is
tied
shitting
together.
right there in front of you.
Yep.
Wow.
It's romance right
Yeah,
there.
I mean,
baby.
those
Total
horses
romance.
are like.
There's one
Is
reason.
anybody
to sell
else
horses.
turned on right now, or is it just me?
But what was crazy about this when he first told us this, Chris, is that this goes down in Sarasota.
Yes. It goes in Illinois, Ohio.
Indiana, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Sarasota's a different thing.
Sarasota's like the vacation spot. So if you go and like,
I love because Sarasota's kind of like
Yeah.
it can be kind of wild.
it's in the
already
middle
for
of Sarasota.
anybody.
It's in the
It's
middle of
Siesta
Sarasota.
Key.
Correct.
It's Siesta Key. They're known for this.
Yeah, I mean,
There's an
you go to
MTV show.
Siesta Key.
Siesta Key is like top down.
So you go to Siesta Key this weekend, right? You go out there this weekend. You're going to see Amish people at Siesta Key in their Amish garb, clothes, getting in the water because
No.
they don't have bathing suits.
Are you? This is okay. So this is where I came up with the Amish calendar.
Yes, girls.
Girls in their Amish clothes in the water.
Right.
So like,
But a side by side of them in their clothes, and then because they do wear bathing suits,
Like
It's almost
room
like a
spring
wet
break?
T-shirt contest.
yeah, room spring
Yes.
break.
This is almost like a. I was waiting for that. I was gonna set you up for that because we say it
No, but
again.
he's-
Say it
But he
again.
said-
Say it again in slow so everybody can
Room
hear.
spring break
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
is what this is.
Boom.
And so, my question to you is: do they ever get into bikinis then?
so at 18, right? 16 to 18,
Yeah.
they're very timid. They're not doing that much. They might have a change of clothes. They might get a haircut. They might, put some makeup on or something like that, being female.
Going all out. All
Getting
out.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then at 18 to like 21, it gets even crazier. Like, because you've now experienced a little bit. Now you go a little bit further. So those,
Crazier meaning,
Well, I mean,
they might have bikinis.
we circled the wagons
I
pretty
mean,
good earlier.
or
Yeah.
literally circling
Yeah.
wagons.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I think you guys are playing some dates in like Ohio and things like that.
Yeah, I want to play a Rumshaker
you want to do a show
during it, but I want to do that. Okay, so let's go.
So Rumspringa is happening every day. You realize that? So at 16, you just
so it's not like
it's not like a
it's not like a certain time.
No, it's so once you turn 16, you can you're in Rumspringa.
I mean,
until
do
you
join
the
home
Amish.
to your parents.
Yep, every night.
Every night.
Every night.
And your parents aren't allowed to ask what you're doing.
Correct.
What?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's not talked about.
Better than what I
Usually,
grew up.
This is not.
usually you stay like the 2 or 3, 4 friends. You guys get together and like you'll stay at that person's house this weekend or the next person's house this weekend. You're kind of like
Sounds awesome.
So the people that start the
Slumber parties.
Rumspringer with you are basically the people you're going to be with for the next 4 years, deciding
unless
what's
you
going
join
on.
church and then you fall off of that group of friends and you go back to Amish.
But who's going to join church right when you got those 3 years to go?
Percentages are crazy. Like,
How do you sit in church after that?
Yeah.
well, you got some confessions to make, and then
Do you? Okay. All right.
So you
there
do
go.
confess
You
it.
have to-
I don't think you do.
Okay.
I've been to a bunch of Amish churches, and I think it's just Rumspringa is that deciding time. Like, you don't have to confess it because you haven't joined the church yet. But if you join the church and then you sin, that's when you need to get up in front of church and confess it.
What if it's
Okay,
dark in the
repent.
church?
Yeah. What?
What if it's dark in the church? Do you have lights?
During the day? No, it's in. So church, they don't have church houses.
Oh, they don't.
It's at homes. Each person, they have a traveling church wagon with
Oh.
benches and silverware because they serve food afterwards. and-
Nice. Kind of like a magic show.
Who's the richest person in the? Is it the wagon maker? Because everybody needs one. Who's the richest person? in the
Usually
Amish
it's the
community?
cabinet maker.
Really?
Oh, which
that's
is
the
comes from your
richest.
family, Schrock Cabinetry.
I mean, cabinets are where the money's at. Like, think about this, guys. When a recession happens, they don't know.
What's
How they
happening
gonna
right
find
now? They still don't know.
Yeah.
They
I
don't
have
know.
no idea.
Yeah.
So Harley Schrock, your family is Schrock Cabinets, and it's in Home Depot.
Now it's Master Brand Cabinets, which is now publicly traded and in Home Depot brand. Yeah.
So did you partake in
incredible.
any of this craziness?
Rumspringa, I've been to a bunch of
Were
Rumspringa
you
parties.
taking part in some of this craziness?
I don't know what to say.
Okay,
to
your
that.
wife's not.
You have to tell us.
Hey, were you
Hey.
Schrock blocking people out
Yeah.
there?
Oh. I have definitely been. So,
Hey,
fun
your
fact,
wife's
you guys
not
know
gonna
this.
see this. She's not
So-
gonna just be
What
honest.
a
So, fun
Schrock
fact-
block this guy is.
So, fun fact, you guys know this. I've never been drunk, right? You guys
Yes,
know this.
it's
I've
true.
never been drunk.
I
I'll
don't
take
know that. I don't know that.
I do. I do.
I know
I've
you
seen
say
it every
that.
day, so yeah.
I know you say that, but you might just be running from
Yeah, good.
past
no,
memories of
no.
Rumspringa.
There's a good chance.
There's no
that-
pictures of it, that's for sure.
That's right.
Or is there? You got pictures when you were 3, so who knows?
I know that's for my
Insane.
parents though, but like these Amish parties, you don't take
so,
pictures.
So you never drank before, never been drunk, really?
Never had a beer.
Still a virgin.
Okay.
I don't know how you had a kid.
Still wondering the same thing.
Yeah, right.
Damn male guy.
Cornhusker over here.
Still using them.
So your dad's the one that got out of the Amish.
Yeah.
He's the one doing.
I joke he found a hole in the fence. Got out.
Oh, I bet
Oh, I
he
thought he was
did.
doing something else.
That's what I thought. Hey, I don't know what the Amish.
He met my mom at the Dairy Queen.
Oh,
It's like a backwoods peep
Guys, this
show all of a
is totally
sudden.
different. Only a hole in a fence would mean that.
What are you talking? There's a hole in the fence.
It's called a glory hole, sir.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
did the Amish have jokes? Like, hey, did you hear about the one? Like, and can I hear an Amish joke? Do you have one?
You mean like an Amish drive-by?
Okay.
Have you
well,
heard that one? What it
No.
sounds like?
what does it
No.
sound like?
Clip, clop, bang, bang.
I like it.
Hey, I've got
That's
a
a
theory.
Really bad.
I've
but
got a
yes.
theory that just hit me. You say, have we talked about the? I know we did in another episode. Have we talked about the percentage of the Amish that go back to the Amish community? Have we already done that?
I don't
in this
know.
episode.
Let's talk
Let's
about
do
it
it.
again.
Let's do it. Okay, establish that, and then I've got a theory.
Okay, my thing was if you had 100 kids in this field or 100 kids wherever that are
Let's say
partaking-
200. 200 because you said
Well,
there's 200.
100's easy.
I'm
'cause-
doing
100
easy math. I'm
simple
doing
math.
easy math.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're a lot
We're not
smarter
good
than
at-
me.
we went
Chris,
to eighth
Sorry,
grade.
I went to private school, guys, but it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So 100 kids, okay? Out of that 100 kids, how many people are saying, I'm leaving the church. I've experienced the world. This is what I want to do versus how many kids are saying, I don't want anything to do with this. I'm going back.
How many?
Out of
How many
100.
are going back out of 100?
85 to 90. Like it's
90%.
yeah.
Unreal.
All my cousins are still Amish,
Okay, I have.
and they
a
went to
theory.
Rumspringa. Yes.
I have a theory. So maybe the Amish are doing this so that they will find each other. They will bang it out. They'll be like, "Oh man, this is so awesome! I got to be with Mary. Mary's the one." You know what I mean? And then they go
Ooh.
back
Test
with
drive?
Mary. Yes, it's a test drive with only Amish.
I see what you did there, like the automotive test drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're only test driving with Amish folks.
And you're like, hey, I'm not a man whore. It was just
Rumspringa. Guys, we're on to something here.
I kind of, yes.
We're on to something.
You really are.
And then they end up back in the community.
That was unbelievable.
Hey, guys, I don't know what I'm just going to go back to drinking over here.
No, I'm kind of with you on this.
No,
It
there
makes
are
sense,
some
though.
It kind of does.
Because at 21, you don't want your Amish to leave and go to college or go out into the world and find too much out.
Yeah.
So let them just go to a bonfire in a field and do whatever they want. The parents are watching with binoculars. They're like,
No, they
okay,
know what's going
Ezekiel
on. They
just
have
hooked
to
up with
know.
Mary. We're good.
So
We
real
got 'em.
world.
Those two are
this
gonna
is
get married.
This is the same as, hey, Preston, I'm your dad. You want to drink? Do it for the first time with me.
But that's happening at the bonfire with the other teenagers.
Yeah.
Right.
And therefore, your first experience is with the Amish.
Right.
It's all not, I don't want to say
Don't say keep it in the
incestuous.
family.
I'll
but
say-
yeah. I mean,
Is it
it's
mostly
keep it in the
girls that go
community.
back?
keep it in the
No.
community?
All right, let's.
I like
Here's a
it.
good
Community
question.
service. What?
Is it mostly girls that return or guys?
I'll say the guys get a little bit crazier and party a little bit more.
Yeah.
right? And no, it's a majority of go back. So
Both.
and I want to say
Boys
this
and
like
girls.
yes, I
Yeah.
want to say this like there's like a low level Rumspringa, like they're just test the waters and they get scared
Of course they do.
and they don't actually go crazy at the bonfires and things like that. They
this
see
is
it,
a lot all at once.
they see it and they're like, I need to join the church and I need to be good. And they go back and they find a girl and they join the church. And then there's
a different girl after they just.
That's just a
well,
bad-
we don't. If
that's
they
a bad
they might have
experience.
just walked
That's
up
all
and
that
saw
is.
it and
That's
like
all it
Right,
is.
right.
yeah,
Bad
yeah,
bonfire.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they definitely
That's a bad
time,
experience.
You know.
What a bummer.
I think we were
That's
onto
it.
something with keep it in the community.
Yeah.
And I think
the
it's
community-
working.
But then why do they go to Sarasota at this point? Now Sarasota's
There's a
a vacation
big-
spot
it's
for the
a big
Amish.
Amish community.
Now we're in Girls
Okay.
Gone Wild.
now we're in
Right,
Amish
Sarasota.
gone wild.
Yeah.
Now we're in Amish gone wild. We're going to, because everybody pushes the limits.
This is why after episode 5, guys, we will be selling the Amish calendar.
That's amazing.
Amish, what do they call
You
it?
think they would do
Spring break?
I mean, seriously, do you think the women...
Are we
would
at
do
a
that?
bonfire or not?
No, we're at
No,
the
I mean,
beach.
get serious. Like, hey, we're thinking about doing
I mean, they're wearing
problem
full
is-
clothes, so it's not
yeah,
going to be
I think
like.
there's some.
you know.
Yeah, I think there's some. I mean,
Because, like-
I grew up with some that were like crazy and like down for whatever.
You know, we're not trying to be like,
well, it's almost
Girls Gone Wild or anything like that.
No,
but
no.
Oh, you're talking? Yeah, I think so.
we do a calendar with Amish chicks.
This is like
Yeah.
a
Well,
Hooters,
I mean, my
this is like a
swimsuit
Hooters
Sports
calendar.
Amish
But hold
edition.
on, my
Illustrated.
theory.
Sports Illustrated.
We
It's
need
Amish
what?
Illustrated.
82%.
I like Amish Illustrated.
Amish Illustrated.
Amish Illustrated is
By the
great.
way, the sports teams, like the softball teams,
Yeah.
play some softball, right?
Can we call it
Yeah.
Sports
The Amish
Illustrated?
are unbelievable. What else
Really?
do they do? They
It's
play
true.
softball.
It's true.
I remember a couple of my Amish buddies. We started a softball team, and we were like, all these guys were together for like 6 years, 10 years, playing like tournaments.
Do
Things
they
like
make
this.
the bats? They make their own bats. No.
Oh, they have the money. They buy the best.
Oh.
So, me and a couple of the younger Amish buddies of mine, we were like, let's start a softball team. And so we entered this tournament because tournaments are like every weekend where I grew up in Illinois. And so we entered this tournament.
Play the
Everybody's
same
like,
team 5 times, but other than that, go ahead.
pretty much, right? We show
Lots
up.
of horse shit everywhere.
We show up half the team. They wear
run it
their
back.
they wear their Amish pants to play.
Mm.
Like they don't put baseball pants on or shorts on or whatever. We whooped ass. Like
Yeah.
I was it was shocked like how good these athletes are.
You were the best athlete out there.
No,
That's
by
what I
far
just heard
not.
him say.
Okay,
I'm pretty
that's
sure
what
he
I
said
thought it
that.
was
No,
Yeah.
no.
Full ride.
It was unbelievable. Like, but that's the chance. They never get a chance to do any of that. They never get a chance to play high school sports or on the college sports. Think about
yeah,
that.
that's kind of a
That's
bummer.
true. Yeah.
Do you feel like, let me ask you a serious question. Do you feel like you missed out on that?
So I went to a private Christian school until my junior year, and then I went to a public school. So I didn't, but I really had to push the limit to get to a public school to play sports, or I would have missed out on playing football or basketball.
Yeah.
So do you, okay, so let me, so we talked about how many people go back. So let's talk about someone that's went to Rumspringa, said, this is great, and they would go back into the church. Do they get to a point of regret ever? Of like, you know what? I should have had my chance of leaving when I had left. Now it's
When's enough enough?
Now I'm 40 and it'll look really bad for me to leave. At
You
this
can't
point.
leave.
What do you mean you can't leave?
If you join the church, you can't leave. It's called
Like they will haunt you.
What are they gonna
shunned.
kill you?
No, you're gonna get shunned.
So what? If you're leaving, who cares?
Your parents
Sarasota.
won't even talk
So
to you.
you're
I've been
shunned.
shunned by
Your
so many
parents
chicks.
won't even talk
So
to you.
you're shunned.
No. My dad left during Rumspringa
So he's
before he joined church.
okay.
Oh, okay.
So if you make that
Your
decision,
grandfather did.
I'm literally I am.
I'm so
my
cool.
grandpa was like, I grew up with my grandpa installing cabinets and being around him.
Who shunned you? Who?
The church. They tell you your family that
Who's
they
the
have
church? The Pope?
the bishop,
The bishop.
the preachers. There's
I don't know if you have your own Pope or not. Who the hell knows?
no. You got to.
Okay, so what happens when you're shunned? So they tell you have to leave the community, the area.
You can't have any communication with
camp.
any of your family.
Not that you could communicate anyway.
You can't go to their home.
Okay.
They can't invite you over. You can't meet for meals. You can't do anything. No communication. I remember my aunt joined the church and then she left. Right?
You shunned her.
Not gonna be good.
My grandparents did. My aunts and uncles did. No one went to her wedding. Like it was pretty sad. You know,
when it's
my
over,
parents
it's over.
did. Yeah.
So
That's
you
rough.
got that window to say yay or nay, but once you say I'm going with the church, you're in.
Once you get baptized in the church, make that decision. You're in.
So-
you can't leave.
Is the Amish like the mafia? The Amish mafia.
So
It's a real thing.
I get asked that a lot. You know
I mean,
what
because
Like,
it was, what was it, a TV,
TV
show or something?
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Lebanon Levi, they called him, right?
Yeah.
Serious, that's a show. So my cousin was on Breaking Amish, by the way. So yeah,
Good for her,
Vonda
him.
Schrock, yeah.
Fonda?
Vonda.
Vonda.
Vonda Schrock.
Vonda.
Vonda.
So, anyways,
Stage, Vonda Schrock.
oh yeah. So
She is.
where were we?
Here comes the rum shaker.
They call her Blue Bonnet.
Yeah.
Vonda.
Don't let her untie that bonnet on
So
stage.
back to the Sarasota, like why Sarasota? I don't know. It's just there's a big Amish community in the center of Sarasota. It's not by the beach, not by anything. It's the center of Sarasota. There's 2 restaurants down there, unbelievable food. We'll get some pies, maybe go get some pictures of some girls in their Amish clothes in the water.
Wow.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, who's not buying? Who's not buying that calendar?
I don't know.
Every Amish guy going
Every
through.
Amish guy is.
But they
Correct.
can't be seen with it. They can't get caught with it. Where are they hanging it?
In their go bag.
But during that,
In their go
they
bag?
have like the bag where they change their, they have their clothes, like the English clothes, because they have Amish clothes. Like
So they're hiding our future calendar in their go bag.
or their buggy, because they do have their own buggy typically.
So inside the walls of this buggy could be our calendar.
So,
what do we care?
you guys- I
At
mean-
Rumspringa, we sell it to them,
yes,
and then that's it.
that's it.
I'm just
Transaction
making sure
done
there's
for us.
I'm just making sure there's a market for it.
Oh, they're gonna keep
I
it.
want to make sure they're going to buy
huge.
it.
Yeah.
Listen, just as soon as they discovered the right hand, there was a market for it.
I feel like there's people that are listening to this that would buy that calendar just to have
That's
a calendar.
what I'm saying.
Oh, I-
Boom,
I
in
think
here.
the outside.
There's
the
some
Amish
good-looking
community-
Amish girls, guys.
I think outside the Amish community is who's going to buy that calendar.
Sure.
Fetish type thing?
Amish fetish.
Or cool, just to have like I got the Amish swimsuit edition. Want to see it? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Check out that.
That's
Check
still
it
the
out.
fetish. That's
Yes.
still the
weird.
off limits.
I tell you, I'm looking at the guy right now that would buy it.
That's not a bad.
Harley would totally buy it.
Ready? Barely Amish.
Oh, that's really good. It's
Hey,
really
we could
really
even
good.
have-
think that's it.
We could even have
By the way,
like.
this is all copyrighted. If you're listening to this, if you try to jack this,
Yeah, we already got it. It's
this could-
down.
we could even have like 1 month be like Amish off limits.
Mm.
Like
Ooh.
really, like maybe like September.
Boy,
Amish October, baby.
Amish October.
hey, at the end December, I miss you. I miss you.
Oh, I got it.
I miss you. Come on, guys.
I like it.
Let's go.
We got
It's
a lot of
amazing.
ideas here.
You got it,
Oh.
man. There's so many.
I can't wait.
So take these back to the community for us, Harley, and pitch these for us.
I think
No,
it'll do well.
If you don't mind, you're our spokesperson.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to go over well.
I think it's great. We'll get your dad involved, your
Well, I
grandfather.
mean, hey,
Did you
so
book a show for us, though?
do you feel like?
I'm not,
Hold
I'm
on,
not-
you talking about my
the
grand-
band at all? But I'm just
you
saying,
talking
could
about my
book a show
grand?
for
You
these
talking about my
guys?
I'm just
grandfather?
gonna-
Here's an interesting fact.
Okay,
Do you know when you see an Amish man in a beard, what that
Okay.
is?
a bearded Amish man.
Mm-hmm.
Flavor
That's my
saver.
answer.
It's called a married Amish man. That's
A
their
married-
wedding band.
Really?
Yeah,
The beard is.
you both are married in the Amish community.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the real community, as a matter of fact.
So you're not married anymore because you shaved?
Hey,
I don't
okay,
follow
so
the Amish
Just to
religion.
kind of wrap it up a little bit, like, do you miss that community? Like honestly,
You can cry.
like Amishly.
You know, I didn't know what was that.
that
I
hard
mean,
for that joke.
I had to.
I missed it. I missed it.
It's okay. I want a serious
thinking-
answer. I don't want to make
thinking-
this funny. I want a serious answer.
No, I mean, I didn't know what I was missing, right? So people joke about, oh, the Amish are so good. And I'm like, well, man, my uncle wants a cigarette. It's going to take him 45 minutes to hitch his horse and drive to the store. I mean, how good? I mean, craving's over. So I don't know. I didn't know what I missed.
Right.
So being out here, no, I wouldn't go back. They didn't have air conditioning for crying out loud.
We don't have air conditioning in this room right now because it's hot
a
as
little
shit.
warm.
Yeah.
It is a little warm.
But they do live a simple life.
They don't know when things are going bad. They don't know.
Yeah.
During COVID, they didn't get one shot. They didn't wear a mask. They didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
Did they all get
I don't know
COVID?
if you guys saw. Who knows? They don't know.
We don't
It's probably
know.
Cold, right?
It's like China. We don't know.
But yeah, I don't know if you saw it. I saw it actually in the paper, like New York Times, like herd immunity. The Amish were the first after COVID. I saw the article and was like, that makes sense to me.
That's true.
Okay, there's one thing I need you to take back to the Amish community. There's a new song coming out from LOCASH.
Yep.
It is called
3 favorite Amish.
3 Favorite Colors.
That's
okay.
right.
We need you to tell them about it.
Okay.
I don't know how they're going to hear it. Well, when we play.
When we play their shows, yeah.
So
how
if
would
you
they
guys
know?
Saying we
ran,
as if I'm around.
guys,
but
you
I'm
guys
just
are
saying.
listening. It's one ad in the paper. Everybody sees it.
What?
There's a paper.
You guys still
Yeah,
have
but
the
they
paper?
can't download it because they don't.
Yeah, so it's not going to do anything for us. What
Yeah.
are they going to do? Like read the lyric and start
So
singing
hey,
the
somebody
lyric?
could hum it to
real
them.
fun fact. Talking about music,
Wrap
real
it up
quick,
right here.
right here. So they have a buggy, right? And in the buggy they have a 12-volt battery in the back, just like a car would. And that's
Yeah.
how they run their headlights and their taillights and things like that.
Love it.
So you remember the 3-disc changers like we had growing up with the
Mhm.
two
Yeah.
big? That's what they have in those buggies.
I'm too young. I don't remember.
This is incredible.
The 3-disc changers rolling around in the buggies. They're using
So you're allowed to listen to music.
during Rumspringa.
They're sneaking it.
Rum.
My cousin even had LED lights.
I got
under
one
the
more
buggy.
question,
Uh-oh.
guys. I got one more question.
All right, here it is.
First of all, you've obviously hooked up with an Amish chick,
Okay.
right? Correct?
Well, I mean,
okay.
yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's simple,
We
dude.
held hands. We'll just say
Yeah.
Yeah, we held hands.
We'll be politically correct. Do they shave their legs? So
During
if,
Rumspringa,
obviously,
they do?
if they don't shave their
Yes.
legs, we know other things that are not shaved. So I need to know: are they? I mean, it's a really good question.
Question.
During Rumspringa, they do, from my experience.
Okay, but that's great. I think that's great. I think Harley.
shaker.
First of all, thank you for being
room shavers.
here. Yoder Motors, thank you for sponsoring it today.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys.
This was a lot of fun. I
This
didn't know
is
what I was
Harley.
getting into.
I have so many more questions I want to ask.
Oh, no.
And you know what? During this, I want you guys to, JR, do we have an email that people can send questions to?
Not yet, but we can make one.
Let's make one.
Rumspringer@gmail.com if you want to try it and see if it works.
Go ahead and
Probably
try
there.
and see if you
Might
can
get a
spell
couple
it.
bites, you know what I'm saying?
Might get some applicants.
Yes.
I want to know, because there's probably people out there that are really wanting to know more about the Amish, like more questions. You know,
I don't know. I
Harley,
think
wanna
we've
give out your
answered.
email?
I think we've answered a lot of the toughest questions. I mean,
We went
I
down
think
the
they're-
road, yeah.
there's not much left to.
These are Amish questions, and
All right.
this has been great.
Yeah, dude.
Harley
It's
Schrock,
awesome.
seriously, thank you for answering these questions because it is odd, I'm sure, for you, but it really is interesting. And the whole purge thing of say it again.
Rumspringa.
Rumspringa.
You got it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is unbelievable to me. So that's great. 3 Favorite Colors. That is the name of the song.
New single.
LOCASH.
LOCASH.
Going on tour. Go to locash.com. Subscribe to this podcast. Subscribe to this YouTube page. Like it. Turn your notifications on. That's LOCASH.
Buy our calendar.
Hey, even the Amish are coming to the next show.
Oh yeah.
Hey.